I drank for 45 years, and two of the questions, the biggest questions I get asked, was how did I stop, and how bad were the withdrawals? Did I have DTs? Did I have the shakes? All the rest of it. So I'm just going to do a short video, a couple of minutes, about how and why I quit and the withdrawals. So I didn't go to AA, I didn't do 12 steps or anything. I didn't have any support. I've done it myself. And I've created a framework since then called the emotional observation method. And it's the tools that I used to quit drinking. So I quit smoking and cocaine well over 20 years ago in the same way. I just stopped. So nicotine is one of the most addictive substances known to man. It's more addictive than heroin. Cocaine, that didn't bother me at all. I just stopped. Stopped spending fucking stupid money every weekend sticking shit up my nose. So when I come to now and I quit drinking, it was on the winter solstice. So the 21st of December 2024. So coming up to 18 months now. So on the summer solstice, it'll be 18 months. And that's the only reason I know and count, is that I don't count days, months, or anything like that. I don't bother. Counting keeps you stuck, keeps you trapped in that sphere. Putting labels on yourself, that's just telling your brain that you are one. So if you say, I'm an addict, your brain will just constantly, or Bob, as I call my inner voice, you just constantly find ways to justify that. And so that morning I got up and I was kind of come down to the river for the sunrise on winter solstice. So it was about 7 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise at that time of year is late. So I got up, I walked into the bathroom and I looked in the mirror, and for the first time in a long time I actually looked, and I said to myself, what the fuck are you doing? I'd been out the night before, been to the pub, had about 8 or 9 pints in the pub, come home and drank more in the house. And I thought, you got to stop. I'd done a blood test and I was pre-diabetic. So I'm going the wrong way. My blood markers and everything, I'd had a test not long before, and my blood come back, and my liver functions were fine, everything else. My cholesterol was a little bit high, but I don't fucking listen to the doctors when he says, oh, your cholesterol's high, eat cereal. Fuck off. I don't eat ultra processed foods, as you know if you've watched any of my stuff. So I said, enough's enough. So I come down the river, had my dip in the river, had a dip. I was in here for about 15-20 minutes, and that time of year, the river's 6 degrees. It's like now it's probably about 12, I should imagine. I haven't bothered measuring it. And so I got back and I went into the thing and I thought, right, today's the day. That's it. Enough's enough. So the winter solstice is new beginnings. From that day, it starts getting lighter gradually, seconds a day, whatever. So new beginnings. So I put the old frying pan on and I done a fuck off big fry up with everything. Sausage, bacon, mushrooms, black pudding, the fucking lot, all of it on there. And then I opened the fridge, and in the fridge were 18 pint cans of German beer. So I decided to start drinking them. So I started on them, drinking them, and there were 2.5 bottles of red wine and about a third to half bottle of gin. And I decided I'm going to drink it all. So I drank it all. And that was the last time I drank. So I got up in the morning, fucking sinks full of empty cans crushed upside down and all of it, bottles and all of that. Cleared up, and that was the first day of me not drinking. I don't say sober. You're sober after 4 days. That's biological, and that's not a myth. That's how long it takes. 4 days, and you are as sober as you will ever be. It's what you do after. So it's creating the life that you want after the drinking. So that was how I stopped. I just stopped cold turkey. And people say, oh, you must have had bad withdrawals and everything. You know, you drank for 45 years, blah, blah, blah. So my withdrawals, it was like a bad case of the flu. And that was it. So I was bad, rough as assholes, shakes, sweats, bad sleep and all the rest of it. But I didn't have GTs or anything like that. And that was the extent of my withdrawal symptoms. And since then, I've built the life that I don't need the numb. As you'll have seen, I've just bought a van. And people say, oh, midlife crisis. My midlife's gone, I'm 58. It's a midlife reset. And this is my reset. This is one of the tools that I use for my reset, cold water. So I do eat, sleep, move and mind. So nutrition is a cornerstone of recovery. If you're still eating ultra processed shit, pouring seed oils down your throat, you're not going to get better. You're still going to be bad. Your hormones and everything rely on nutrition. So the cold water, that does your dopamine and everything. 95% of your serotonin is made in your gut. So you've got your vagus nerve, so the gut-brain axis, and that's what we're learning more about all the time. So if you put the drink down, which anyone can do, and in 4 days you are biologically sober. If after that you're not managing your sleep, your nutrition and your mind, then what are you doing? This is where the term that they come up with, dry drunk and anhedonia and all the rest of it. So I created it, and this is part of it, the cold water. And doing this all year. Nutrition, whole foods, no ultra processed stuff, no seed oils, no sugar, no wheat. Sleep, I get about 8 hours a night now, straight through. Even at my age, I'm not getting up for a pee in the middle of the night. And mind. So this resets the mind and the gut-brain axis. If you're eating good stuff and fermented foods and all the rest of it, and that's building your serotonin, then it's only a good thing that it's going to help your mind, because serotonin is your happy mood, your happy hormone, and that's created, like I say, in the gut. So that's how I quit. Why I quit was because I just fucking stopped lying to myself. It wasn't doing me anything. It was costing me a fucking stupid amount of money, which I now use for better things. I get out and about. I'm in the river. Like I said, I've got the new van now. I've been up the Beacons on the weekend. Saturday I was up at Talibont on Usk. Sunday I was at Clay Reservoir. I wanted to do the Milky Way, but the moon said, nope, I'm shining. So you're having that. And that's it really. So I quit cold turkey. No AA, no meetings, no sponsor, no steps. Withdrawals, yes, they were bad, but no worse than having the proper flu, man flu. It is real. For any ladies watching, man flu is a killer. So yeah, that's basically it. And like I say, EOM that I created, the emotional observation method, and eat, sleep, move and mind. And that's what you do. Take care, like, subscribe, come back for more.